all love our beautiful outdoors, but you got to make sure you maintain those properly, make a safe environment for the place that you love and live. Stay tuned. We got some experts here to talk about it. Welcome to the Your Little Castle show. It's fun working with gentlemen, having guests on here that come from my age, and I'm young. I'm a 53. These guys are younger than me, but they have been in business for a long time, and we're going to talk a little bit about how you maintain your arbory, your trees, all the beautiful environment around outside. Who doesn't like to get outside in the beautiful God's green earth and enjoy a nice, safe place? But you don't want those trees falling down on your house, and if they do, and you got to call experts in here to do that. So with that, we have in studio with me, sitting to my immediate right, Alan Aligohi. How do you say your last name there correctly?
Alioli.
Alioli, there we go. He's the owner and founder, and off to the far end over there, you can see, I'll put the camera on him so you can get a good look at this young gentleman. That's Casey Plaker, Plaker. Come on, Plaker's title. Come on. Did it not come up? I'm going to make it come up. There we go. There it is. There's Casey. You're a supervisor. You help manage the sales team, the crew, and everybody you got that makes all this, makes our world a beautiful place. Make it all happen. So with that, we'll give a shout out to Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little castle that hopefully you have some trees. And among those trees, you might have had some of that work done. But I'll put this up. I almost forgot to rotate through my slides, because you have a little every great furniture in your little castle, right? The show is called Your Little Castle. But man, you guys have put together a heck of a website and a social media presence. We're going to put that all up on the wall for everybody to see. But welcome, gentlemen.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming in here to see us. Godfrey, Illinois is where you're based out of.
Godfrey, Illinois, yes, sir.
And so how far? We're in St. Charles, Missouri.
St. Charles, Missouri. I know exactly where we're at. We work over here, too. We work both sides of the river, man. Okay.
And so it's still close enough to St. Louis where we say Missouri. You get a little further out, you'll say Missouri. Which is totally, you can take it either way. Both are correct. But Godfrey, Illinois, that's a beautiful part of our country as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And how long now? Tell me a little bit. Interesting story you've got here. I like the background on what you've done here, Alan. But you started. You were kind of. This is brought. You were ingrained as a kid. Grandpa did this. Dad did this, and here you are.
Yeah.
You've been doing this since you were a little tyke.
Well, yeah. I've been around it, since I was real little. You know, and I wandered off, I ventured off in other things, but I watched my father on the weekends, he'd do the small things, little bushes, little stuff, all the little stuff in the landscaping. Grandpa did a lot of the spraying and, little limbs and this and that with trees. So they never got to the level that I've taken this to.
Yeah, well, you kind of figured this is a way to make a good living, and also employ. You got a big crew. How many people you got working for you now?
We got 25 on staff now, looking to hire more, always hiring, always looking for the right guy, bring them on, positive people.
There you go. And I like your approach towards life and your perspective. It carries over to tell you how you run a business. It helps you then to hire expert people. So Casey, how long have you been working here with Alan?
I've been with the company now about 15 years.
15 years, and so you moved up the ranks to supervisor.
Yes.
All right. Tell me a little bit about your role and how you got involved, how you got connected with Alan.
Me and him have been friends for 40-something years. As he said earlier, I kind of did my own thing myself. Seen his company started to grow and wanted to help him. So I come aboard and, started as a ground guy and kind of put my time in and worked my way up the ladder. And now I kind of help him. I oversee running the operations, running the guys, scheduling, making sales, and just making it happen for him.
Yeah, well, you got a crew of 25 people. That's not somebody a group you want to try to manage all by yourself. Especially how many projects do you have?
I can't do it without people. You got to have people. I'm telling you.
How many projects do you have going on at any given time?
Any given time. I mean, there could be. There's consistently 5 to 6 projects going on pretty much all day, every day. I'm just talking about work going on in the field currently.
Right.
Like right now, while we're talking, there's four projects going on right now while we're having this.
crews out there making it happen and doing the work. So
and doing it in February.
In February, yeah. So when does your season normally kick in? What time?
Normally the season used to be. The season was, around March.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we just kind of stay busy all year.
All year round.
Yeah, all year round.
You've developed that reputation. People enjoy hiring you to do what takes the work to get it done. But a passion for this, and obviously, I like that background because I talk about how what I went through with regard to baseball was my sport and gave me the kind of the skills to be ambitious.
Right.
I told you, Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes.
Right. Yeah. I was like, man, that's nuts.
But. Did you develop skills, you think, early on and an aptitude for this, and then it just turned into,
In our, like the computer stuff that you're talking about, in our day and age, it wasn't there, but...
Yeah, it wasn't much there.
There wasn't much there, that's for sure. The cell phone was in a big old box.
Right. But with regard to the skills and your aptitude for this, you were introduced to it around it as a child, but
yeah.
But
and then I wandered off and I went and did other things, and I was in the pest control field.
Okay.
Being a PCO, pest control operator.
Gotcha.
So and wildlife removal, and that's kind of what led me back into this field.
Okay.
Was the job I had before this? One of the jobs I had before, because the insects, the critters, everything got into the home, and they used the trees to access. So hey, why not eliminate that real quick and get a few bucks? And that's what kind of got me going on with the tree business.
Now, was your dad in the business at that time?
No, my dad always had a full-time job. He never wanted to let go of a job and be an entrepreneur. Okay. He wasn't. He just didn't. I don't know. It's a security thing. He liked that secure job, that guaranteed pay, that everything that the normal working man is used to.
Right.
And that's what he was. He just worked a little extra hard. He was a very hard worker, worked all his life. 2-3 jobs.
And then maintain that. But you saw a different path and decided, and I said, then there's that situation where, like, I worked for Anheuser-Busch, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're going to retire there.
Right.
And then the buyout happened in InBev. So
I watched my father lose his job after being there since he was 18 years old until he was in his mid-40s and get dropped like a sack of taters, So,
wow.
Yeah, after witnessing that, there was no way I was committing the rest of my life to one dude.
Take it into your own
Right.
hands. All right.
Yep.
And then you built a good team around you. Casey, you've seen this path grow. You've seen the growth of the team. When you first got started, how many guys were working for Alan here?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Maybe 4 or 5 sometimes.
Yeah. And
Not really no equipment. We were working.
So you've seen it grow from 5 to 7 times the growth from what. And Alan, how much has Casey been responsible for helping that? Both of you guys are building this together, but
yeah, he's been there. And he's learned a lot of and he's helped me along the ways because I used to be involved with the day-to-day operations, the cutting and things of that nature. Nowadays, no, I ain't got time for that, man. And he was involved for many years with the day-to-day operations and managing a crew for me, watching crews. Now he's overseeing a lot of the other crews, overseeing all the crews that are working.
Right. And so that's where I emphasize some of the sports background, but growing a team. It was a team effort, obviously.
Yeah, it's all a team.
You knew what you could do to handle it, to build the business. Casey helped you manage, and together, supervisor, assistant coach, however you want to put that.
Right. Yeah, I just call the plays, guy. That's what I do. I call the plays,
and I make them happen.
There you go. Did you hear that right? Calling the plays, making them happen. Write that down. That's called teamwork and building a team. And so the head coach, the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, however you want to say that, but making sure that this thing runs because it's tough. As a small business, growing the business is one of the most difficult things to do because you got to find the right people. How important has it been to find the right people like Casey and the rest of your crew to get to work with the right guys?
The people are everything. Right. Without the people, you're never gonna get there. I think that was a big thing in my past is not having the right people on my side. And as I learned more about business, I learned about it's all about the people and the right people. And the more you got the right people attitude. There, with the right attitude, exactly the attitude. Having that positive attitude, man. It's what it's all about.
Positive attitude that you're going to get things done and stick with the team and
right and being dedicated and devoted and committed. Because if you want something, you got to be committed.
Show up for it.
There you go. Casey, is this the path that you've been on now, and this has been working out?
I love it.
Okay.
I love the growth. I love to see where we're going with it. And sky's the limit for us.
Sky's the limit. There you go. Great attitude. You've got the right crew here, man, putting it together. This is what we want to emphasize. This is what, you can start a company if you're willing to put the work in, dedicated, and work with the right people, getting the people that you can count on. That's so important to the success of any business. And great example you see here, going from a crew of 3 to a crew of 25 now. And how many years total in business have you guys got now?
I've got 26 years in this business on my own.
And starting
solo. You know, started from the ground up.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, it definitely did, man.
Literally. Cool. Well, ultimately, what fuels your passion for this so that you stick with this and you've been so compelled to build it the way you have? What was it that got you going?
What is it that got me going or that keeps me going?
Both.
Yeah.
What got me going naturally was, well, I mean, I was in a spot where, you know, that's a good one.
I'm with you, man.
What got me going, you know, into this was, like I said, well, I was doing pest control, and I was making good money. I was a top salesman. I was not just salesman, but I was bringing in more money than they ever seen one guy do. And with their growth plans, there was a pay cut coming. So I ended up jumping it. You know, well, I figured out, you know, hey, I can make money cutting these limbs. And it was pretty darn good. You know, it was decent pay by the hour. So I started trimming, you know, doing that. And then what kept me going was, and what keeps me going nowadays, is to creating opportunities for people. Creating opportunities for people to have a good life, for them to make good money and be able to provide for their families a good way. And the opportunities there within, because everybody's got incentive program. You know, I'm big on incentives. So the more that they are able to help the company, the more the company helps them.
Incentive programs based, everybody. That's kind of what we get from sports, right? You perform, you get recognized, and you build a winning team. Casey, this is obviously the platform you've bought into. You've seen this work out.
Yes.
Tell me what you like about it.
I love everything about it. For me, my position, you know, like I said, it's up to me, or how much we put into it is what you get out of it. You know, if you want to win and be successful, go all in. And he created a system for if you want to win and be a winner and you want to be successful, he kind of paved the way. We tell everybody, you got to show up. If you show up every day, give it what you got, put your heart into it, you can make something of yourself.
There we go. Follow the system, everybody. That's been developed. I like it, man.
I'm working. The system's always being tweaked and fine-tuned.
Okay, and so, yeah, tweaking that system, making sure that you can get an efficient platform. And like we do here on our little show, we've had times we had to figure out how to automate the systematize.
Well, because everything could be better. It always could be better.
Always improving.
Always improving.
Always improving. Right, we got lots of good nuggets for you here, everybody. Take note of these things, because these are some gentlemen who really obviously know what they're talking about. I'm going to put here up on the main part of their site. Their site has got a robust listing of everything that you can imagine, but we'll keep that there for you. With that, we're going to show a little bit more about what we're doing out in the community. These guys will appreciate. We get to talk to some kids and some super fans for our favorite team, the St. Louis Cardinals. Stay tuned for this, everybody. Hey, everybody. Guess what? We get to have fun all the time at the Cardinal games. Before the game, we get to hang out with fun super fans. Say hello to my buddy Nino over here, Brett, Tanya, and Dixie. That's right. Everybody's in the video here. Family coming out to the game. Nino, what do you love about going to Cardinal games?
You love baseball?
Yeah. He loves baseball. Hey, all right. Scoring points with the Cardinal Cowboy.
Yeah,
right?
he plays Miracle League baseball.
Do you really?
And he likes to be on the Cardinals team at home.
Yeah.
Wow, Nino, how many times have you been on that team? How many times have you done that?
A lot.
That's a good answer. All right. Dad, what's it like coming to the Cardinal games with your son and your wife and all the fun you get to have down here?
Oh, it's the most fun. I mean, we've been coming since Old Bush. You know, now we've got New Bush Stadium. It's the best baseball town, and it's the most fun. You know, it's fun before the game. The games are always great, and we love it.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking time here.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwish was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey, we're looking for the small business owners and leaders in our community to be on our show. This is the Your Little Castle Show. We air 3 times a week, every week on ABC, and we would like to put somebody you know, or maybe it's you, who's a business owner to be on our show. You'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. It takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there's no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Check that out. Go to bigleagues.com.
With the,
Here we are. We're back.
Cardinal Cowboy.
That's right. Talking about how people communicate, how we get the word out. We had an ad go out, and it's gotten over 100,000 views by now. And just trying to find the small business owners like the experts we got here in the building today. Alan and Casey sharing with us a little bit about their trade secrets. They have done an excellent job of getting the word out, but also getting feedback from customers, from people that there's this thing called Google reviews. So I'm going to put this up on the wall there. I was, okay, I'm at 28, not 20. 297, holy cow. Holy cow, everybody. Do my little Harry Carey there, but what's it like to get 200? You must have a lot of people that obviously appreciate it. It looks like you've responded to like every one of these to say, hey, tell us what happened. How did we help you? Who's in charge of that? How did that get built up so much?
That right there is the team. It's a team effort. We actually read those in the mornings, every morning during a morning meeting. Go through it, and just to motivate the team, to let them know, and we ask for those reviews.
Yeah, you get done with the job and say, hey, if you would be so kind.
If you got kind words, nice words, we'd love to hear it, and we share that in the morning with everybody, and to motivate the team.
I was saying it's not just for
create
you
the morale,
create that positive feedback, so these guys feel like they're contributing, they're doing some good work. So reviews are so important, not just for the business of itself to speak well of itself, but for to get the guys working for you. Gals working for you.
Oh, absolutely. It's always good to hear a nice thing said about you, or something you did yesterday with your blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
And then hear good things good feedback come from doing what you do.
There you have it. These guys are gurus right here, man. This is how you run a business in our competitive little nature. Give me a little breakdown on a cost analysis. I mean, there's a lot of people, You've heard the term chucking a truck, and that's usually construction related.
Oh, yeah.
But there's guys who have a truck and maybe a ladder or some ropes and a saw. What does people put at risk? Why should you spend the money to get this done professionally? Give me a little bit of the background. I can only imagine there's a number of.
Well, I would always say it's not about the price, it's about what it could cost you. Because hiring that guy that you're just talking about, the guy with the pickup truck and the chainsaw, could cost you everything that you've worked your whole life for. I mean, you're only one accident away from, this is dangerous work. Last week, this last year, 2025, I think they rated it #1, most dangerous work. Dangerous.
In the world, most dangerous career profession in the world right now is tree work.
It was #3, but I think the death rate went up, so now you're at number #1.
From hiring the wrong people.
Holy cow, I didn't realize that.
Not having the proper training, proper equipment. People die.
It's dangerous. It's that simple.
Well, why do you think the rate's gone up a little bit? Because people are getting bigger and higher. The trees are getting older. They're getting taller. What the buildings?
I would say,
are taller?
with the storms, because a lot of times when the storms come through, that's when everybody grabs a chainsaw and gets out there. Or you get a lot of uneducated in the industry out there working with chainsaws, working with equipment that they're not used to handling. And if you ain't used to handling it every day, you get hurt real quick.
A chainsaw, everybody. That's the thing. You got the blade. Oh man, that's something you don't want to play with. Yeah,
right. They don't play.
They don't play.
Climbing up in a tree is no danger on its own, but climbing up a tree with a chainsaw. How big are some of these chainsaws? I've seen them with these chains that are
chainsaw. We got them up to 4 foot. I mean, standard to big bars about 36 inches.
Okay, so a 3-foot chain spinning around, going, and you're gonna. This is something you should have a professional handle for you, everybody. A good reason to get it done. Well, tell me then, with that, why should somebody choose you guys? Obviously, I'm going to start off with Casey for this one. Casey, why should somebody choose you guys? Obviously, you've got an incredible background here, many years of experience.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about your perspective on that.
They should choose us because we care. We want to help. We want to solve problems. We take all the necessary precautions to help protect their home and their yard. We have all the proper equipment, and we love what we do. We're good at it, and we love it.
Well said. What would you add to that, Alan?
I would say last time we counted, there was over 33 things that are different about our company than most. And there's a lot that goes on inside, the ongoing training. It's unreal how much how much different that we run a day-to-day operation than most, should I say.
Wow, and so you actually sat down and said, let's list the things that we do differently. Yeah. You came up with 33 things.
That was just a one morning meeting.
One morning meeting.
They just 33 different things that I have that other companies around us working in the area don't have. So that's why I look at it when people say, oh, is that your competition? I say no. They're not competition because they don't do what we do. And I don't look at them as competition. I don't look at other people in the industry as competition whatsoever.
Yeah, essentially, there's different tiers with regards to
different tiers.
You guys, if you want the top quality stuff that's dealing with the big machines, and I'll put it up here. We're going to show on the wall here, Facebook page. Lots of followers there too. But look at that truck. I noticed that truck. You said that truck is expensive, but this is the kind of equipment that the average guy who just starts his own tree trimming company, he's not going to have that kind of
equipment. I didn't have that when I first started. My guys are spoiled, man. They got all the cool toys.
That is
the big boy toys.
That's a big truck. What do you call that truck?
That's tree racks.
Tree racks.
Yeah. Apple saw truck.
Tree racks.
Okay.
And it reaches out 104 foot and it snatch a tree right out of the air.
Okay, so
with a remote control.
All remote control.
All remote control.
You can actually do it with remote control nowadays.
Okay, yeah, I guess that would make sense. But
technology.
This is high level, heavy duty equipment to say it the least. Well, tell me then, what is there certifications? What kind of training? What is it that you guys do that really
absolutely
takes it to another level?
There ultimately is. I'm big on certifications. CPR, number one, somebody gets hurt, people need to know that. Crane certifications, you're operating cranes. That's one of several cranes that we own. So, you know, the guys that are operating it are certified, OSHA are certified. Even though sometimes they don't have to be, I'd still rather certifications. Endorsements to drive those trucks. You know,
CDL license.
the CDLs, you know, having the proper license to be rolling down the interstate with a 60,000-pound truck.
Certified arborist.
Certified arborist, you know,
Okay.
that guys, we don't just say it, we have them on staff. And we could prove it, if need be, that they are certified through the state.
All right, everybody, you want to take your tree trimming company serious. These guys know how to do it with all of the certifications and everything that's involved with that, because this is not just a, hey, I wake up today and I want to be a arborist, or I want to help trim trees. You can do that a little bit for grandma or for your mom, but if you're really going to do this seriously, heavy duty equipment and a lot of training. And I didn't think about CPR. Holy cow!
Or guys that are, we work around power lines, so we got guys that are certified to work around utility lines, because that'll fry you, that'll kill you. You know, there's a lot of obstacles that we got to overcome every day.
Yeah, those power lines. How many times does somebody touch one of those, and that's the end of their day, maybe the end of
Hell, the end of their life. You know, I've been lights out. I mean, I've gotten hit by power. It ain't fun.
Wow. Okay. But you're here to
Yeah, I'm here to do it. I'm still here to say it. You know, to tell you the story.
But yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Wow, this is. Hey man, you want to learn about running a successful outdoor services tree company, OLI, OLI, and that stands for. Tell us that.
Overcome, lead, and inspire.
That's right. OLI is Overcome, Lead, and Inspire Outdoor Service. You can count on OLI Outdoor Services. OLIOutdoorservices.com. 618-254-7507. And that goes right into the main office there, and people can find out more information and get you booked, and figure out what services you can provide for them. As we finish up here, what do you, you're still considered a small business, I think, these days, if you're anything under 50 employees or
Right.
so.
Yeah, if you're under 10 million, you're still small.
Those big guys, over 10 million. Wow. But what's it like?
I'm 7, you know.
Our target's 10.
But I know what I'm going to need to hit 10, and that's more people.
Right. Okay.
More of the right
A little bit of
people.
growth. But as somebody who is still relatively with 25 people, that's enough for one half of one football team. But yeah, you get a lot of growth to go there. But what do you enjoy most about being a small business, so you can better serve people? Because you're still not too far up the line. If somebody's got a problem, they can get a hold of the owner.
Well, I'm very involved. You know, I'm there in the day. I'm not out in the field day-to-day ops with the actual teams that are doing the service, but I'm there. I'm in the field on a whole nother level. But I'm consistently. I'm very involved in what's going on. So therefore, you know, I'm the guy that, you know, puts out the fires. If you got a problem, hey, I make sure it's fixed. We want to over-deliver what you expect. That's the main thing, is over-delivering what you expect. Because we're not the cheapest guys, and I'm not here to be that.
Do it right, overachieve, everybody. Stay tuned. I'm going to have these guys stick around for another half hour. We're going to have another enlightening information from some experts, everybody. Stay tuned.